Everyone, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where it is time to take care of our level 35 alchemy quest. As we're getting started, let's go ahead and make sure I've actually eaten some food. Cheese souffle sounds good, increases our craftsmanship. And hello Severian, what do you have for us today? Guildmaster Severian wishes to assign you a minor task. Eagerly have I awaited your return, my able assistant. Does your chest not ache with the intake of every excited breath? Do you not tremble in joyous anticipation as your hand reaches forth, seeking to nudge open the door into the realms of alchemy's most sought-after secrets? You do? Well, try to ignore that feeling for now. Before we can fully commit ourselves to our research, there remain a few irksome details that must first be addressed. As ever, I speak of these unending orders from the guild. Brew this potion, concoct that elixir. Surely you grow as weary as I of these constant demands on our precious time. We must be allowed to concentrate. I have an idea to end these nibbling distractions, and it involves you. March over to Dietrich's desk and petition for a complete cessation of these interruptions. I'd handle it myself, but I fear the man's become unheedful of my words. Oh, Severian, why are you like this? Dietrich? Hi, I'm sorry, I've got a request. Master Severian demands to be spared from any further official guild duties? I'm a simple receptionist. How can I possibly deflect the expectations of our senior members? His obsessive research is wearing thin the patience of both colleagues and clients alike. I fear if we do not restore at least a modicum of goodwill, his attempts to redirect tasks will be met with the staunchest of opposition. I doubt our guildmaster realizes the precarious state he finds himself in. It is only his substantial skill in alchemy that convinces others to tolerate his growing eccentricity. That said, many would gladly trade that skill if it would return him to his former, somewhat less manic self. Nay, 'twas not always like this, but ever since the calamity robbed him of his one true love, I have witnessed him transform into this feverish madman, desperately racing through experiment after experiment. I delve into areas best left unexplored. We should return to the topic at hand. Of the various orders the guild needs met, the one of the highest priority is a request for a vial of high ether, commissioned by one of our more valued patrons. I would suggest you lend your focus to this particular assignment and create an uncommonly potent sample for delivery. Perhaps then it would be enough to both satisfy the patron and allow enough forbearance to free the guildmaster of other tasks. I hesitate to encourage this kind of behavior, of course, but I realize what Master Severian's work means to him, and I would be grateful if you could keep an eye on him. I fear for his well-being, and you are the closest thing he has to a friend. How did I end up being his friend? Alright, we do have bottles of high ether, high quality bottles of high ether that I believe we crafted, but just to be absolutely sure, let's go ahead and craft some distilled water. And the ingredients we're going to need for the high ether are 1 distilled water, where's the high ether? It's gonna be here. 1 distilled water, 1 matron's mistletoe, and 1 mandrake. So let's go ahead and craft this up. Make it the best bottle of high ether we can make. Thank you for that excellent to finish that off really quickly. Oh, I should probably move that final appraisal over there. And there's our high ether. Awesome, let's go make the delivery. Well, did you browbeat that Dietrich fellow into submission? No, I did not. Conditional surrender. I suppose a single vial of high ether is a small price to pay, but let it not be said that my assistant fails to deliver. You'll need to employ advanced and somewhat involved alchemical techniques to produce the elevated quality of high ether required. Best you begin at once. Oh, Severian, you underestimate me. It's already done. How does your work progress? Have you succeeded in concocting that remarkably efficacious high ether? I have indeed. Yes, rejoice, my impressively adept assistant, for you have forged the key to our freedom. Who could not be moved by such a masterful example of mana-restoring splendor? Mayhap your post-assistant career lies in the manufacture of this wonderful substance. You would, I suspect, need to purchase coffers that they might overflow with coin. Even among alchemy's more incredible inventions, the manufacture of ether stands out as a singularly profitable venture. It is an innovation that changed the face of battle. Mages were no longer limited by their natural reserves of etheric energy, a few swallows of alchemical brilliance, and a sorcerer could feel another barrage of spells. It cannot, of course, sustain their powers indefinitely. As we have already discussed, any potion taken in excess becomes the equivalent of poison. Oh dear, was I lecturing again? It is difficult to contain my passion for alchemy with the goal of my labors looming so close on the horizon. You have accomplished a minor miracle today, my dear assistant. With all obstructions to our research thus adroitly removed, let us move on to the final stage of experiments. Alright, well, whatever Severian's working towards, seems like it'll be happening soon. Hopefully we can finish this so he can go back to the normal that he apparently once was. Alright then, let's go ahead and get started with our crafting log for the day. So, for crystals to start off, we're going to need wind crystals, 12 of them. We are going to need... Oh, come on. Teamcraft, why do you make me do a pop-up for the shards? It always takes a moment to load. 44 lightning shards, there we go. 76 water shards. And that is actually all the crystals we need. Just 12 wind, 44 lightning, and 76 water. Moving on to the ingredients we need to gather. Let's see, let's start with Western Thanalan. In Western Thanalan, we can mine up 14 cinnabar. In Central Thanalan, we can mine up 6 rock salt. In Southern Thanalan, we can use our botany for 1 desert saffron. Where to next? In South Shroud. Ooh, we've got a lot to grab in South Shroud. In South Shroud, we need to use our botany for 1 tarantula. Mine up 2 silver sand, 9 silver ore. Use botany for 1 oak log and 4 oak branches. Mine up 1 ice rock. Use our botany for 2 flax, and mine up 1 earth rock. Also in South Shroud, we can fight tree ants for 1 tree ant sap. We can fight morbles, I believe down in Roots Lake for 3 morble vines. And Ked traps up by Quarry Mill for 5 blue land trap leaves. In the East Shroud, we can use our botany for 1 belladonna. In Kurthis Central Highlands, we can fight ornery caracals for 1 caracal skin. And we can fight eft stools, which are going to be around the same location as the ornery caracals, south of Camp Dragonhead, to the west of the ornery caracals. Fight them for 1 shriek shroom. In the North Shroud, we can use our mining for 1 potter's clay, and our botany for 1 moor leech. We can also get 1 acidic secretions from Shroud Hares near the path from North Shroud to Central Shroud, that is directly south of Fallgord Floats. 1 acidic secretion, that is. In Upper Lenosia, we can use our mining for 1 water rock and 2 siltstone. And have we? I believe we have. Yeah, we should have. Up in Northern Thanalan, we can use our mining for 1 grenade ash. Once we have all of that, it is time for the pre-crafts. For the pre-crafts, we want to make, as a goldsmith, 1 eye of ice, 1 eye of water, 1 eye of earth, 3 silver ingots. As a weaver, we want to make 1 linen yarn. As an alchemist, we want to make 7 quicksilver, 1 growth formula alpha, 1 enchanted silver ink, 3 growth formula gamma, 1 high potion of mind, and 1 book of silver. Once we have all of that, we can just run down our crafting log and make looks like it's just 11 recipes for the day. Nice. So we can just run through all these and make them real quickly. So then, I'm going to go ahead and take care of that off screen, and next time on Final Fantasy XIV, our level 35 Summoner Quest at last. I'll see everyone next time for that.